perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers.
And some room to roam now. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
So that a very nice looking touchdown run.
And on his first carry of the game as well. And you remember, Brandon, we talked to him yesterday, and he thought he was going to have a big game. He thought everything aligned perfectly. He liked what the defense was presenting, and he really liked what he was getting from his blockers.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The throw for Tony is intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. On play action, it's Mahomes. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st down, Stafford here. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play fake. Mahomes on the move to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. And this one too low.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. The right's got it. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2nd and 7. They give up the middle to Akers. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Back to throw, Stafford.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
4th down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal.
And Gay knocks this one through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
The Chiefs take it over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
It's a gain of 34.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Hey, 5-0!
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Okay.
Stafford looks to throw again. That's going to be caught, Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
50-50.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try and run. This is Williams. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Stafford. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. The final shot before the break. Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Well, the Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now Akers to start the 3rd quarter on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. That's over the middle and caught by Arcega-Whiteside.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Stafford.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe buried at his feet. Make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And now here's another interception.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd and 5. On the counter, this is Akers.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Gay's kick is good, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Fields it right around the goal line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On first down, Mahomes steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
On the give, this is Akers.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, 2nd and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now Stafford. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second and a yard. Mahomes flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Mahomes going to throw. Buying time to his left. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by David Long. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. But isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Flush to his right. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A big gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They'll give this to Akers running right. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
21.
From the 22, Stafford out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
50-50.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
4th down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
Matt Gay to kick off for Los Angeles.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
They'll go option to the short side. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Los Angeles, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.